Good day. I'm Professor Ernesto Otanes of the PhD Department, Mapua Institute of Technology. I'm here to discuss to you the topic of electromagnetism, and one of the theory in the study of electromagnetism covers the measurement of the force on a current conductor. And the topic is about measurement of force on current conductor, wherein in the figure you can see the direction of the magnetic field towards the right, which shows that the magnetic field is due to a magnet present with the north pole located at the left, and at the right is the south pole. And in the magnetic field, the conductor is placed carrying current I, inclined at an angle theta with the magnetic field, and is described having length L. Now the force on it is said to be equal to VIL sine of theta, wherein V is the magnetic induction, I is the current in the wire, L is the length of the wire, and theta is the angle of the wire from the magnetic field. Now if other factors like VIL I consider constant, then it follows that F varies from 0 to maximum with respect to theta. And the force will be 0 if conductor is parallel to the field. And if the conductor is perpendicular to the field, the force is maximum, wherein the sine of the angle equals to 1, with the equation what will be left will be VIL. Now, aside from knowing the force magnitude as explained by the formula, since force is a vector quantity, its magnitude and direction are both significant. Thus, the direction of the force is needed, and this can be determined by the left-hand motor rule. The left-hand motor rule, or Fleming's left-hand rule, determines the direction of the force on a conductor carrying current in a magnetic field. And the left hand should be arranged as follows. The thumb, forefinger, and center finger must be arranged perpendicular to each other. Now, each of which will point to a direction with vector each of which represents. The forefinger points to the direction of the magnetic field. The center finger indicates the direction of the component of current perpendicular to the field. And the thumb, wherever it points, determines the direction of the thrust. This can also be remembered using the FBI. And the hand, the left hand, showing the fingers perpendicular to each other, will indicate the direction. The thumb points to the direction of the force. The first finger or forefinger points to the direction of the magnetic field V, and the center finger points to the direction of the component of current perpendicular to the magnetic field. So in a problem, whatever are the given direction of the magnetic field and the current, just apply the left hand motor rule with the left hand, with the forefinger, center finger, and the thumb perpendicular to each other, by pointing first the forefinger to the direction of the magnetic field, then set the current to the direction of the component perpendicular to the magnetic field, to wherever the thumb points indicates the direction of the force. So by applying the formula, the equation wherein F equals to VIL sine of theta, and applying the left-hand motor rule, both the magnitude of the force and its direction can now be determined. So whatever problem you encounter, whether it is simple or complicated, by using the methods of vector addition and the left-hand motor rule, the problem can be solved fully. That's all for now. I hope you learned something about electromagnetism. See you next lesson. Bye.